Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. We are going to start the next part of the video. Nervous system we were doing. Let's open to our page 73. Hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is although small but performs many functions. It has regulatory center for thirst, hunger, body temperature, water balance and blood pressure. In addition, it also links the nervous system to the endocrinic system. Internally, the downgrowth forms the pituitary gland. Olfactory lobes. The olfactory lobes are covered completely by the cerebellum hemisphere. Each olfactory lobes consists of anti, an anterior olfactory bulb and posterior olfactory tract. The function of olfactory lobes is to transmit sense of smell received from the olfactory epithelium to the cerebrum. Function of forebrain. The forebrain is involved in the several functions. It has center for hearing, vision, taste, smell, speech, perceiving pain, touch and temperature. It contains voluntary muscle. It controls the function of internal organs through the autonomic nervous system. It regulates all mental activity such as memory, intelligence, reasoning, emotion, will, etc. It is the set of consciousness. The hypothalamus contains the center of temperature regulating of the body, hunger and thirst. Midbrain. It lies between the forebrain and the hindbrain and connects cerebrum to the other parts of the brain and spinal cord. It consists of white matter that surround a central cavity. Function. The reflex movement of the eye muscles, head and neck are controlled by the midbrain. It also controls the change in the pulse, size, length, shape and the eyeball. Cerebrum. It is situated at the base under the cerebrum and is the second largest part of brain. It has no convolution. Instead, it has numerous furrows like cerebrum. It also has an outer cortex made up of grey matter. Centrally, it has white matter which is median section appears like a branching tree. Functions. The important functions of the cerebrum is to maintain balance of the body and coordinate muscular activities. For example, when we stand up and walk, it is under the control of cerebrum. But the act of walking needs proper coordination and timing of the contraction and relaxation of muscles, which is the responsibility of cerebellum. So cerebellum is doing the walking and the coordination between the hand and brain. Pons. The pons is located in the center of the brain below the cerebellum and acts like a bridge function of pons. It helps in coordinating muscular movements of body, both sides of the body. It also serves like the relay station between the cerebellum, spinal cord and rest of the brain. Pons is doing what? It is doing the coordination of cerebellum, spinal cord and rest of the brain. It helps it to coordinate the muscular movement of the body. Medulla oblongata. It is the lowest portion of the brain and represented by the swollen tip of the spinal cord. It controls many internal involuntary function reflexes of the body. Medulla oblongata, children, what it is doing? It is doing the reflexation of the body such as heart beating, breathing, swallowing, coughing. Loss of consciousness, sleep and other activities of cerebrum are also controlled by the medulla. So, not only breathing, heartbeat and coughing, these are done by medulla oblongata, but cerebrum is also playing a part with medulla. The nerve impulse that controls breathing originate in the medulla oblongata, making an essential part of our life. The destruction of medulla causes immediate death because of failure to pressure essential involuntary action. If the medulla oblongata is destructed by any way, then it can cause sudden death. Let's see the spinal cord. The spinal cord extends from medulla of the brain down almost to the whole length of the backbone. You can see over here the spinal cord, how it is connected with the spinal cord. It is about 16 to 18 inches long, tube-like structure. The distribution of white and gray matter is just opposite to the brain in spinal cord. In a cross section of spinal cord, two areas are clearly visible. The inner gray matter is seen as butterfly shape. Can you see the inner part of the spinal cord? It is like a butterfly in shape. Yeah, the white and gray cells are here. Gray matter. The inner gray matter is seen as butterfly-shaped mass made of bundles of axons and dendrites. The wings of the gray matters are divided into two dorsal horns and two ventral horns. 1 pair of spinal nerves arises from spinal cord. How many? Underline it. 31 pairs of nerves are going from spinal cord. These are mixed nerves because each contain both sensory and motor axon. Functions of spinal cord. The main function of spinal cords are as follows. It acts as a main center of reflex action. It relays message from brain to the motor muscle controlling nerve in the rest of the body and also from the sensory nerves to the brain. It relays all signals transmitted between the brain and the peripheral nerve system. Now comes the peripheral nervous system. The communication between the central nervous system and the other parts of the body is carried out the peripheral nervous system, PNS. It is done by cranial nerves arising from the brain and spinal nerves arising from the spine. Division of peripheral nervous system. The PNS is divided into two main systems, somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system consists of two kinds of nerves, cranial and nerves from brain and spinal nerves from the spinal cord. Cranial nerves. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerve which emerge from brain and innervates the sense organ. The cranial nerves take impulse to and from the brain. These may be the following kind. Sensory nerves, olfactory for nose, optic for eyes and auditory for ears. Motor nerves, the nerves which enters the eye muscles. Mixed nerve, these nerves enters and comes out from the face and tongue. Spinal nerve, these are 31 pair of spinal nerves which emerge from spinal cord. Out of these 8 pairs in the neck region, 12 pairs are of thorax, 5 pairs in the lumbar region, 5 pairs in sternal and 1 pair in coccygeal region. Spinal nerves take impulse to and away from the spinal cord. Each spinal nerve is a mixed nerve having both sensory and motor fibers. Automatic nerve system. The automatic nerve system consists of a pair of chains of nerve present on either side of the backbone vertebral column. It controls involuntary action, for example, the movement of stomach and intestine, rate of heartbeat, secretion of sweat glands and saliva. So children, till here we will conclude second part of the video. We will meet in our next session. So till then children, please go through the lesson. Thank you children.